here at race number 7 of Season 9 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We're here live at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the home of gambling. And for certain, we're going to see some drivers use some gambling skills here today to try to pick themselves up either their first or second win of the season. We're getting ready here for what's going to be 27 laps of racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and this is a track where it's high speeds and a lot of room to race, but let's get the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
So you take the combination of the high speeds that we're going to have here and a lot of room to race, you have the perfect recipe for some good 3 and possibly 4 wide racing all the way through this field. Great battles for the lead as Austin LaPlante starts on the pole position. We're going to step aside out of the screen to be able to show you your starting lineup because of our high octane budget here. LaPlante comes in tied for second in the point standings. Had a bit of a struggling race last week at Talladega, even though he did survive the race, did finish in the top 20. Alongside of him, the guy who won last week at Talladega, that being Alex May. Chris Washer lines up third, Jeff Fair in fourth, Steve Pollard in fifth. Rest of the top 10 will be Qualls, McCurry, Collard, Dylan Young, and Clay Rogers. Dylan Young right now, the last in points of drivers who took the green flag to start the season off at Daytona. Man, does he need a good run here today. As we'll cycle down, show you the rest of your starting lineup. There it is. All the way down through to James McLeod and Sean Henley, teammates in the final row. Austin Mongold has been on a streak of really good finishes. Can he continue it here today at Las Vegas? We'll find out. As Austin LaPlante trying to pick up his first win of the season. Former Mobil1 Cup Series champ will lead us down here to the green flag. 27 laps of racing here today at Las Vegas. And we're underway. Green flag is out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The inside line is going to be the line that's going to move today. Drivers can get a little bit of a run off of turns 2 and 4 on the high side, but not nearly as good grip up there when you go into the entrance of the corners. So expect a lot of drivers to be fighting for that inside line as the top 2 are now single file, making the top 3, LaPlante, Washer, and Alex May. Meanwhile, behind them, the battle is on. Pollard now taking 4th, McCurry now moving into 5th with Dylan Young. 2 veterans right there, the 61 of McCurry, the 30 of Dylan Young, who really need good runs here today. McCurry 39th in points, Dylan Young 42nd in the standings. Things basically single file among most of the front of the field, but we do have a battle for the lead. Chris Washer looking to the inside line of Austin LaPlante, and as I said, this track very spacious, very roomy, lots of room for these drivers to be able to race each other with. I'm very much sure that this race could maybe go caution-free. There you can see the run LaPlante was able to get through the middle of the corner out of turn 2 on the high side. And he dialed it up pretty well. Now Washer will have the advantage into the corner on the inside line. LaPlante going to try and battle back again here out of 4. But I don't think he's going to be able to quite be able to do it this time. Washer may have him cleared for the lead. And here comes Alex May looking for his second win in 2 races. He won last week at Talladega. Here he comes to the inside trying to win here for back-to-back weeks. Alex May's been on a tear as of late. The win last week moved him up to the 5th spot in the point standings, and now he's going to go to the front. Another driver who had a decent run last week at Talladega moved him up to 6th in points, is now looking for 3rd off of Austin LaPlante, but the caution flag is out. First caution of the day. The drivers will now back it down as the pace car will pick him up here on the back straightaway. Caution flag waving for the first time here today at Las Vegas. Must have been close to the rear of the field, and it did involve the Clay Rogers machine. David Rivera has also got damage. Chris Louvier also collected in this. Looks like maybe some front-end damage on the 23 of Jeff Fair. Oh, Jessica Shelton. Whoa! That was close. Almost got into the back of Fair, almost got into the back of James McLeod. Jeff Fair last week ended up having a top 20 finish, even though he didn't finish on the lead lap, ended up finishing at Dago on 7 cylinders. And he's bypassing Dylan Poteet. It looks like, for the most part, though, only 3 drivers may have been collected in this one. The 23 of Fair, the 18 of Clay Rogers, and the 28 of David Rivera. But Alex May, last week's winner, is the current leader here at Las Vegas. Let's look back at a replay of what just happened. Now, Chris Louvier coming off a top 5 run last week at Talladega. Not going to get one here this week at Las Vegas. There you see the contact between himself, Connor Breton, the one that actually turns him. Right up the racetrack in front of Bob Jones. Now, everybody here, for the most part, does a nice job of getting through. Jeff Fair actually runs into the back of Bob Jones. Clay Rogers in the back of him. But watch the 18. Something, I don't know what it is. Someone's going to nail him or something. It might be David Rivera, but watch right here. Yeah, here comes the hit. Right there into the side driver door. And look at the 18. That car was airborne. And over on his roof, crossing the start-finish line, I also saw the 9 of Jessica Shelton and the 38 of Bob Jones make some contact. Don't know how significant that was. Oh, actually, Shelton got turned around. Bob Jones came down into her, or she got into him, or one or the other. Yeah, after Bob Jones was trying to avoid the car spinning ahead of him, of Louvier. It might have been that contact of Jeff Fair running to the back of Bob Jones that sent him down into Jessica Shelton. And then Shelton gets turned around off the nose of the 7 of Kyle Matthews. But I don't know, did she even get the wall? Well, a little bit there with the left rear. But Shelton kind of dodged a bullet there for the most part. Bob Jones, a little bit of contact there too as he tries to get by again. And then Jeff Fair turns it hard to the left too in order to avoid the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. So Shelton did get a piece of it, so did Bob Jones. But that 18 of Clay Rogers has been such a struggling season for that rookie out of JGR, and it continues here today. A wild ride, airborne here at Las Vegas, collected with his teammate Chris Louvier and rookie David Rivera. So we'll go back green on lap 9 of 27. Drivers out of the race that we just saw get involved are the cars of Clay Rogers and David Rivera. Fair, Shelton, they've been able to continue, so is Chris Louvier, so we'll keep them updated on them, see how they are as far as whether they're up to speed on this restart. Alex May leads the way, looking for his 2nd straight victory this season, trying to become the first repeat winner. So too is Chris Washer, our winner from the season opener at Daytona. He's in 2nd. Austin LaPlante looking for his first win of the season in 3rd. Kyle Corbett right now is in 4th. And Ricky Falcon will complete the top 5. Anthony McCurry runs in 6th. 7th place is Steve Pollard, I should say. James Qualls runs in 8th. 9th place Joshua Collard. And completing the top 10 is Dylan Thoreau. We'll go a little bit further back. Matthew Dalio is in 11th. Dylan Young runs in 12th. Connor Breton, who started that incident, he's in 13th. 14th, Gene Sanford. 15th, James Silverfox. 16th is Sean Galligan. Danny Wells runs 17th. 18th, Charles Jackson. 19th, Jacob Lawler. And William Bedford completes the top 20. Rest of the top 25 are Trent Dunham, Kyle Matthews, Nick Smith, Jessica Shelton slid across the line in 24th. That's where she'll restart with Chris Maley in the 25th position. That caution was timely for Jessica Shelton. She did not come to pit road. She'll restart inside the top 25 on this restart. Green flag back out here on lap number 9. Alex May right down there on the white line to make sure nobody got to his inside, heading here into 1. Instead, the battle will be for 2nd. Austin LaPlante looking underneath of Chris Washer for that position, and he'll very easily take that spot coming here out of 2. Now we'll try and go to work here on the Alex May machine. So far we've had 6 races, 6 different race winners. Washer winning at Daytona, Chris Maley at Rockingham, UK, Collard at Texas, Danny Wells Atlanta, Jacob Lawler at Charlotte, and last week Alex May. So Austin LaPlante trying to become the 7th different race winner this season as wow. 20 car of Kyle Corbett got really, really tight there on that inside line as he tried to make it 3 wide underneath of Washer, and Alex May thought better of it. Now he's under fire for that 4th position from the Audi of Anthony McCurry. Well, at the front now, Austin LaPlante out in front, Washer to 2nd, May back to 3rd. The Roush drivers have been doing pretty well this season. Austin Mongold leading the points, LaPlante tied for 2nd, and Cody Lamas 9th in points, but neither of those 3 drivers have gotten to victory lane yet this season. As the battle rages on for 2nd place now, Alex May underneath of Chris Washer, battle's actually on for 4th. Steve Pollard going underneath of Anthony McCurry, getting a little help there from James Qualls in the 70. Talked about how Dylan Young needs a good run here. He is trying to make a march to the front. Looking underneath of Dylan Thoreau, that I believe would be for position number 7. Kyle Corbett running right behind him. Jean Sanford, 4th in the point standings, not too far behind as well. There she is in the 21. Just inside the top 10, I believe. Currently, I think could be 10th. We'll see when she crosses the line. As I said, comes in 4th in the standings, and this time she is scored in the 10th position. Things have kind of broken up at the front of the field. That's the 4th place car of James Qualls, but the top 3 have broken away. LaPlante, May, and Washer. So if these 3 continue to run single file as the battle continues to rage for 4th place, these guys could end up settling amongst themselves if this thing goes green all the way to the end. But no, Alex May gonna foil that plan, as now he's gonna look low on LaPlante, looking for the top spot here, heading into 1. Chris Washer gonna ride behind, see which line's gonna open up as LaPlante again gets a nice strong run off of turn number 2. We've seen him get that run before. LaPlante's got a strong machine on the high side coming out of 2, and he will hold off the advance of Alex May, at least for now, and keep the top position, as now has become a 5-car fight at the front. James Qualls and Anthony McCurry now have joined this battle. Washer now going to look underneath of Alex May. May was unsuccessful getting around LaPlante. Washer now going to try and take the spot. Now look at the nice run through that corner that McCurry got, getting to the inside of James Qualls. He may actually look 3 wide here for second. He's there, and he's going to try and make it stick. Anthony McCurry got a strong machine, was able to get a nice run in turns 1 and 2. Now going to go 3 wide here for the second position with Washer and Alex May. This all going on behind the leader, Austin LaPlante. Ooh, McCurry got tight off that corner, though. Almost slid up into the 88 of Chris Washer. They hang on to it, though, and now Dylan Young going to follow where McCurry led. He's going to go 3 wide underneath Alex May and James Qualls, and now here comes Dylan Thoreau to try it as well. As I said, though, this all going on behind the leader, Austin LaPlante. This is not good for these guys if one of these guys has got to break free and now try and run down the 60. LaPlante's just enjoying the view right now, as now McCurry is going to clear. Got a nice run again that time through the center of the corner. He's got a strong car through the center. LaPlante's got a strong run off. So that could be an interesting scenario again if those two are able to battle against each other here. Wow, Paul's getting loose off that corner. Has to slide up the racetrack there, and now Dylan Young going to get caught in a 3-wide situation. Dylan Thoreau looking low with Steve Pollard. And just like that, Alex May is boxed in there, not able to get himself back up to the front. Whoa! Oh, contact! Contact! Dylan Young up and on the wall! He's riding the wall! Contact between himself and James Qualls. He continues on. Is that a caution? That's not a yellow? Are you serious? There's no caution for that. Dylan Young was up and riding the outside safer barrier after contact with James Qualls. He's able to drive away, and they did not throw a yellow flag. So LaPlante continues under green flag conditions to lead. McCurry now to second. Long ways back to a battle for third between Steve Pollard and Dylan Thoreau. There was some contact between Dylan Young and James Qualls. I believe Young came up into the left front of James Qualls' machine. He went up and rode the safer barrier. He's now coming to the pit lane. Qualls, on the other hand, where is he? He's all the way back in 32nd, and you can see the right side damage. He went up and slapped that outside retaining wall, and he, I think, maybe off the pace. As now Jessica Shelton, James McLeod, they're making moves to move by him for position. Dylan Young sitting on the pit lane. Another very poor showing for that 30 team, and he was up inside of the top 10 as Austin LaPlante has encountered lap traffic. Jeff Fair. Now he'll move to the inside. That brought McCurry right to his back door, though, and these leaders now going to have to try and diverse their way through traffic here in the closing stages of this race. Chris Washer now up into the 3rd position. He now tries to work his way by the 23. They're racing pretty hard back here for 4th, though. Alex May, Joshua Collard, Matthew Dallio, Steve Pollard, Dylan Thoreau, Trent Dunham's in that group, along with Danny Wells and Kyle Corbett, and now they're going to catch up here to this slower machine of Jeff Fair, and he's going to start holding up some guys. But Trent Dunham going up the inside line with Steve Pollard. It's Alex May and Dylan Thoreau paying the price right now as they're caught up on the high side. Meanwhile, back up to the front, Anthony McCurry continuing to try and hound the 60 of Austin LaPlante for the lead. Which one of these two wants and more? LaPlante second in points. McCrory 39th in points. I think the math is pretty simple of which one of these could benefit the most from those 5 bonus points of winning this race. But right now, McCrory has not been able to close up the distance between himself and Austin LaPlante. And if a caution came out now, I think it would end the race. So McCrory is hoping that these lap cars that have kind of gotten the field spread out, that they're not going to cause any havoc and end up costing him a shot at maybe being able to run down LaPlante for this win. But LaPlante all of a sudden seems to have gotten a second wind, and he has opened the distance now between himself and McCrory by about 2-3 more car lengths. Next time around, it will be 3 laps to go for Austin LaPlante in the 60. McCrory right there, but he needs to close the gap up really quickly. Up ahead is the car of Chris Louviere, who they may encounter before this race is over. He could play a factor into the outcome of this race. The caution flag could still loom. That could play a factor. Right now, about maybe 5-6 car lengths separate the 60 from the 61. With a little less than 3 laps remaining, here they come to 2 to go. Austin LaPlante leading the way. McCrory in second. That lap machine, that slower machine up ahead. Oh, that's Dylan Young. Oh, he just blocked LaPlante. They go to the apron. McCrory gonna look on the high side. Oh my goodness, Dylan Young just flat out blocked the Austin LaPlante machine, and now he's gonna block him, Anthony McCrory. And Chris Washer, Collard, Dalio, and Dunham are now up here. LaPlante just nearly got screwed out of that win by Dylan Young, but he's going to hang on at least for now. White flag displayed. 1 more lap to go. Washer now the new second place driver. Collard now up to 3rd. Dalio 4th, 5th, Trent Dunham. McCrory now back in the battle for 6th after he got held up behind the 30. Can LaPlante hold off Washer here for 2 more corners? That was a close call there, and they were able to get through it. Here we go out of turn 4 for the final time. Austin LaPlante avoids near disaster, hangs on, and wins his first race of the season here in Season 9 at Las Vegas. I don't know how LaPlante held on to that top position after he got flat out blocked by the then lap machine of Dylan Young, but somehow he was able to hang on. He was able to hold off the advancing charge of Washer, Collard, Dalio, and Dunham, and Austin LaPlante will capture Roush's first win of the season. The guy who came in second in points finishes first here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This was a rather bizarre race here at Las Vegas, if you ask me. Dylan Young goes up, rides the outside safer barrier. They did not throw a yellow flag for that, and then Dylan Young blocks the leaders, Austin LaPlante and Anthony McCrory, and LaPlante was able to somehow sneak his way through and still get the win. Washer going to finish the day out in second, a great run for him. 3rd place for Joshua Collard. This could move him maybe back up into the top 10 in points. Matthew Dalio, a solid run of 5th. I believe this is his 2nd straight top 10 in the past 2 weeks. He finished top 10 at Dega. Trent Dunham going to get 5th. 6th place will be Anthony McCrory, who was there battling for the lead, but got held up by the lap machine of Dylan Young. Steve Pollard gets 7th. 8th for Carson Gum. Kyle Corbett continues to keep himself in the top 10 in points with a 9th place run, and Dylan Thoreau will finish in the 10th position. Austin Mongold, I think he started this race. Where did Mongold start? I'm just curious to find out. Mongold started the race off from the 34th position. He gained spots during the race, but he is going to finish the day out in 28th place. Now, coming into today's race, he had what I believe was a 39-point advantage, so that points lead will be cut into, but I don't believe he'll lose it. But LaPlante with the win is going to cut into that points lead for sure, and it'll be pretty close between those two heading into next week's race. As you take a look, Jeff Fair finished a lap down, as we saw. He got lapped. It's the 2nd straight week he's not finished on the lead lap. Dylan Young, that incident we just saw. As a matter of fact, we're going to actually just really quickly take a look at that incident between James Qualls and Dylan Young, see what exactly happened. It didn't bring out a caution flag, though, and then also just document 2 drivers out of the race. And they were, of course, the cars of David Rivera and Clay Rogers. Alright, so there's Dylan Young. Alright, so this was heading here into turn number 1. Dylan Thoreau is going to make it 3 wide underneath of the 30 and the 70. And we're going to see here, I think the 30, may have gotten loose or tight off of this corner. I don't think it was Qual's fault. Right there, yeah, the 30 just washed up the racetrack. And there you see. Oh, man. And then Qual's up and into the fence. And there you see Dylan Young rides the wall all the way through turns 1 and 2. And they did not throw a caution flag for that. And that nearly came back to bite NNSCRA in the butt, because then that 30 almost wrecked the leaders in the closing stages of this race. But, man, that was very interesting for sure. And Qualls, who was involved in that, he ended up finishing the race out in the 36th position. So, yeah, that really hurt both those drivers that were running inside the top 10 at the time of that incident. But Austin the Plant becomes the 7th different race winner this season to go to victory lane in as many races. And we now head up next week to somewhere. I don't remember where. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because you'll see it when it comes out. But congratulations to Austin the Plant on his first win of the season. It's going to make the point standings awfully close for sure. You'll see those point stands and your rookie points after this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and become part of the crew today. You're looking at your official finishing results. We'll show you the end of the finishing results once again here, as Austin the Plant is your winner. Be sure to follow the NNSCRA on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are in the description. As you've been watching production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.